Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV, Patrick Massey brings queer JUNO artist to Bar XY.
Tracey Bell is a dozen divas.
Rubbout 27 Rubber Party. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay, and you're watching the Queer Magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast.
We're going to start it out in Vancouver with Man Up's 10th anniversary.
It's going to be a bash. In fact, it's going to be a 10th anniversary bash.
What's up, Canada? Thank you for watching Outlook TV. My name is Leroy Wan, and tonight we're here at downtown Vancouver's Imperial for a very special anniversary edition of Man Up, where Paige Frewer, aka Ponyboy, has made themselves a king with a bit of an empire.
It's our 10th anniversary party. It's our 10th anniversary Man Up. We've been doing the show almost every month for 10 years, and we have all our kind of core regulars who are performing most months. We're bringing back some older timers who were kind of like my predecessors. $3 Bill and some Drag Kings United DKU members are back, and we've also got some newbies. We have like a super group amateur hour number of like folks that have. Anyway, I'm gushing. It's going to be so fun.
I think it has evolved over the years with like Paige. Like she has always pushed the performers to like go out there and try things, and if it doesn't work, try something new. Like she's never been someone to go, no, that doesn't look good. She's like, yeah, do it. Like she's always been that person. Like, yeah, let's like. Her positivity is what has made this night and this family what it is.
It always astounds me that no matter how much responsibility that Ponyboy accumulates, that they are always embracing and always open to concepts of learning and love. And I think that is the most powerful thing in entertainment. Ponyboy is so successful because Ponyboy leads with love.
It's a wonderful place where you don't just have the two boxes of male and female, you have male, female, and everything in between, and it's just like expressed to the fullest, and it's really refreshing to have a space where you can just be open and free and see these amazing, talented performers.
Man Up is very eclectic. Not just some one kind of performer comes on. Everybody does their thing and shines at every one of them, right? So some things that might not be what I was expecting, and then I'm pleasantly surprised and I love it.
I really feel like that's what this family comes down to, is the creative energy of stage art. And I really find that's what's exciting about this. They're taking out of all the politics, all of the binary that construct a lot of the LGBT community, and really focusing on what drag is, stage art. Like RuPaul said, you're born naked and the rest is drag.
Amazing Ponyboy. How much the show means to everybody, how many lives it's touched.
For Outlook TV, this is Leroy Wan.
Vancouver's Frank Theatre is mounting a new show at the Cultch.
Could you explain it to me?
No, but it's called The Explanation, so go, and they will.
We'll find out soon enough. Let's see.
We're hearing a lot about gender fluidity these days, and we're at the Vancouver Culture Lab to find out more. Join us as we go inside and speak with the Frank Theatre Company with The Explanation.
I'm straight. Oh. Yeah. I like dressing like this. Oh.
It's
not all the
about
time.
this two men, and one of the men, and they're both straight, I think. And at the beginning of the play, one of the men takes us through a trip that he goes on every Saturday morning. He dresses up as a girl, a woman, in Burnaby, and he comes to town and he goes to the downtown Central Library here in Vancouver and peruses the books as a woman. And one day, when this play starts, he encounters another man. So this fellow's name is John, and he encounters Dick in the shelves at the library one day. And Dick thinks it's a woman. And they start a relationship. And this is what the play is about, is how they have to explain themselves to the world in order to justify what happened.
Oh, it was the next step. Eventually I'd have to have intercourse. It's a really bald, fun show that's really out there. It's a risky show for actors and artists to tell people. It's very vulnerable and very open, so that's the risk. Being a woman, I mean, it's kind of a lot of fun. It's actually sort of like a disguise.
Is this your first time dressing as a woman for a show?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, actually. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever done full drag in a show, which is pretty awesome.
A black skirt, a black wig, a little dab of lipstick, that's all I need.
It's something that was written into the play as far as what my outfit had to be and what I had to wear. Everything down to the glasses and the exact little beads that are on them was something specific in the play. So that wasn't inspired by anything outside. It's all from the playwright.
And I thought the kind of woman you were might be interested in me.
Sexually? Romantically?
Yes. No.
Dick is a straight man who likes to go to the library and watch DVDs of literature and plays and biographies, and he happens upon what he thinks is a woman and asks her out for a coffee and discovers that she is a man. And then the rest of the play really is how that relationship unfolds and what happens with the two of them.
Then let's go. Where? To some club? Which one? I don't know. Davie Street's probably a good bet.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt with the Frank Theatre Company at the Vancouver Culture Lab.
We're going to have to take a little break now.
Rebecca and I have to go shopping for even more plaid for our wardrobe. Yeah?
Yep. Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
In this next story, you find out how the JUNO week got a little queer down at Bar XY.
Patrick Massey had a bunch of queer artists on hand.
Ooh.
You know, I've seen artists like this one who's coming up, Quana Style. I've seen her grow so much, and she's doing such an amazing job.
The JUNO Awards are here in Vancouver with my buddy that I've known for a long time. Michael Bublé's hosting them. The JUNO Fest last year they didn't have Drake Jensen in the JUNO Fest, who is an Ottawa artist, another LGBT artist, and this year the same thing. They booked celebrities. And they have Kenny Starr, but they didn't really reach out to any of the other LGBT artists. So, I think Matthew Presidente and Quana Style and Kyle Richardson and these artists are working their butts off. So I wanted to do something to give them an opportunity so that they can, perform on a stage and get their music out there.
Some would say such a waste, but this song doesn't bother. It doesn't bother. Make some noise, XY! I want it to... I miss your taste. I can't wait till I'm lying right next to you. When your heart whispers, when your heart whispers, softly to me, every beat shakes my world. I can feel shivers when your heart whispers. All tea lights.
Recently, I just wrapped my album in Toronto with my label called Wet Tracks. It'll be out very soon. And I just shot a show with World of Wonder Productions in LA called Guadalajara, and that'll be out at the beginning of next month. I'm going to be working. I have a bunch of shows, and I'm going to be writing for some of the Rue girls.
Some people don't like fried chicken. Some people don't like old trucks. Some people think it matters a lot. Others say it don't matter too much. Some like to go to Acapulco. Some don't like to go that far. Some people don't believe in angels.
There's a lot of great LGBT artists that don't get the exposure that they deserve. So, if I can, help in any way, do that. And so my management, More Music Management, and my record label Y75, we're sponsoring the showcase again with my sponsor Finley Cadillac to just give these artists an opportunity. So.
Still the DJ that already we're hitting up the floor for a little bit of Saturday, for a little bit of Saturday. Who likes a party? Little bit of Saturday. I like to party. A little bit of Saturday. We like to party. A little bit of Saturday. We like to party.
I'm really looking forward to this next story.
And I'm not going to even give you any more details, so you hold your suspense.
Ooh, dramatic.
Quite.
British Columbia has a thriving film production industry, and one of the benefits of this is that professional actors and crew can help out with small, independent LGBT movies. Christophe Legeune's movie, Triggered, is now in production and benefited from this.
Scene 2C, take 1.
We are shooting a short film named Triggered, which is about acceptance within the LGBTQ world. It's about accepting yourself who you are, and that's also easier to be accepted by other people when you accept who you are. And it goes with the shooting in Orlando that last year, so we won't say Orlando, but it's a very serious reference about that, so about people who hate others for who they are and can act on that and kill. 3, 2, 1, action. So we're lucky to be able to shoot in that club. And we're going to shoot in a house in Maple Ridge for apartment and house scene. The house scene is with the dad when Jared comes back home and is actually rejected, harshly rejected. In his mind, he's troubled, and that's a place in the US where people have weapons and use it. And, it can be just in Florida about 2 years ago. 2 friends arguing, one took his gun, shot the other one. So it's not what I'm putting in my movie. It's not something extreme. It's actually happening pretty much every day in the US. You have someone shooting someone else just for an argument or something. So that's also what it is about. Go faster to be talking about your story directly to the table. Gerard is played by David C. Jones, who is also a teacher at VFS and does a lot of things. He covers sometimes Crazy at many events. We have Doug Cameron, who was actually a few months ago, he was in a movie that was about celebrating the first gay wedding in the US. So he was playing the judge. Charlo Sia Cedro is the drag queen. We have the bartender who is from Quebec. Geneviève Clement, our art director, who is Jenny Kirby. She does amazing stuff. I saw the first time what she does and the texture, what the choices she made. It's really amazing. Yeah, trying to cover as many layers of society as possible. I would like my movie to help people change their mind, but we know it's not that easy, and most of the time people might change their behavior, but basically we're set when we're very young from that position, which is...
From Vancouver, Canada's favorite movie-making city, this is Gary Wolfader for Outlook TV.
Let's take a look at Rubbout 27.
Swap meet takes on a whole new meaning when you throw rubber and puppy play into the mix. Let's see what that fun little bunch is all about.
We're at the Pump Jack Pub in Vancouver's Davie Village for Rubbout 27. We're going to go in and meet some of the guys and meet some of the out-of-towners as well. Come join us.
Rubbout, it was created in a hot tub in somebody's head that enjoyed the rubber. He was a rubber enthusiast, Bill Hooton, and they decided to do a whole weekend on latex rubber. Rubber and latex are clothing that you wear, gas masks, bondage, that kind of stuff. It's become a fetish all over the world. Vancouver, Rubbout has been running for 27 years, so that makes us the longest running rubber weekend in North America.
Yeah, the gear swap, it gives an opportunity for people who have goods that are still usable, of course, that they get to bring them in, and then we take 15% of the cost. It goes to next year's Rubbout.
the social last night was really good because you got a chance to see old friends and meet new people. And then today, the gear swap is really a good opportunity, because what I like about the fetish community is the history of some of the items, and when you're finished with them or you want to pass them on, they come with this history.
And there's also a play party that happens after, which is always great. That's usually where I gear up more. This is my, like, I'm looking around for gear kind of thing.
Can you tell us about your outfits today?
Yeah, so I got the singlet and the socks from Rubber Pigs. They're out of England, and they have amazing customer service. Check them out if you can. I can't say enough about them.
So we're having our annual puppy bowl. This is, I believe, the 5th of them that happens. And so it's a lot of fun for people that are into human puppy play. That's an animal role play, basically, so no actual dogs, don't worry. And they have a lot of fun, and then very shortly we're going to have some games.
We're going to hold up a card with a trick on it so the audience can see.
We're going to do something a little different this year. We're going to get some people who might want to try out handling puppies, and we're going to get them to teach tricks to different puppies that they have just met, but the puppies are not going to know what the trick is, and the people are not going to be able to talk.
Our Rubbout has grown. I would say it's about 60% people from out of town, 40% people in town, and we've grown so rapidly in the last 10 years because the puppies have exploded into the world market in fetish, that next year Rubbout 28 is going to be an actual convention
in Vancouver.
Held in a hotel.
We're going to have to take another little break now.
I have to tend to my dressing room and have diva outbursts.
This is Morgan Auger, and I'm at the Him Condom wrapping party at Pump Jacks, and you're watching Outlook TV.
Hi everybody, it's Steven Sadowski, Mr. Ruff 2018, and you're watching Outlook TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
In this next story, you get to see Him's Condom Packaging Pizza Party.
Condom Packaging Pizza Party.
Packages full of penile potential play.
Ooh, nice.
Tonight we're at the Pump Jack Pub for the Him Condom Packaging Party, hosted by Health Initiative for Men and myself, Boy Spence. This month's co-hosts are the Vancouver Pride Society and special guest, Mr. Ruff Vancouver 2018, Steven Sadowski. He's brought along several of the Ruff Party ruffians. What happens at a Him Condom Packaging Party? Let's look.
Folks from the Pride Society decided to come down and help out with such a great cause, because we really care about the people in our community, and we really want to make sure that they're being safe when they're having fun.
It's nice to see other members of the community come out to support it, and I love meeting those groups within the community. Like tonight is the Pride Society. We try to do something a little different by putting on a Pride flag.
We're packaging condoms like this into these little packages, and there's some lube, and there's 2 condoms, and they get distributed in bathrooms in the places that attract LGBT people, and it's to try to help with harm reduction and give people easy access to condoms, which is a really good way to prevent all kinds of issues, from birth control to diseases.
In an age of PrEP, why condoms?
Well, you know, PrEP is not the only protection. There's a lot of STIs out there that PrEP is not protecting us against, so we still need to do that. And you know, that's the important thing, is still to protect us, not just from HIV, but amongst other things as well, STIs. So that's the important factor about this, and that's why I love doing it. So yeah, it's giving back to the community again.
I remember growing up as you know, 25 million years ago, and about how intimidating getting condoms was. I remember how hard it was for everybody in my age group to get access to simple birth control, even though we knew that it would also provided disease control. And making this more available is going to be a solution to a lot of problems in our society.
I'd say one of the benefits of providing condoms to the community is a lot of people still probably have a lot of stigma about going in and buying condoms at a store, especially young people. So I think providing condoms in a place or a situation that might be a little bit easier for them is probably a good idea.
This is Boy Spence providing harm reduction at the Ham Condom Packaging Party in Vancouver, BC. Reporting on Queer Vancouver with Outlook TV. See you next time.
Tracey Bell is
a dozen
divas.
12 of them. It's hard to do with two hands.
We're at Celebrities Nightclub in Vancouver's Davie Village, where we're going to meet a special entertainer who's performed one-woman shows internationally. And who does she think she is? Let's go meet the fantastic Tracey Bell.
I've been making my living as an entertainer since I was 20 years old, and mostly as an entrepreneur. So I have produced and performed my own shows and done all kinds of things, entertainment, and mostly been the entrepreneur of it all. I make my living doing corporate stuff.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see?
Well, it's my show revamped. I'm doing a dozen divas, and I had to mix all the order up because the Katy Perry costume is really cumbersome. I couldn't, do it anyway. So this is a trial run of this show, and it's exciting for me. It's like the resurrection of a Tracey Bell show. It was 1985. I got on stage for fun, did a Tina Turner routine, and the club made up a full-time job for me. I got to Vancouver in 1990, and I took care of friends who died of AIDS, and I found so much love. I was so grateful to be asked to perform at places like the Royal, but I met my closest friends, lifelong friends, for more than 25 years now through AIDS charities.
Could you give us a little bit of insight to some of the characters that you do?
They're all the classic drag queen characters: Marilyn Monroe, Cher, Liza Minnelli, Tina Turner, Janis Joplin. Well, she's not that common. She's not in this show anymore. But anyway, yeah. And tonight I'm doing Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, sort of for the first time in front of a big audience. Joni made me an honorary drag queen. And yeah, I got to host Pride, and I'm honorary board member at Loving Spoonful. I posed with Pierre Trudeau. I sang to Pierre Trudeau, before he died. I mean, that's a long time ago. And Joe Clark was on stage with me. I didn't realize it was him. I met Divine back when I first started. So, and I was actually the performer at the first nightclub. So I was in my early 20s.
Merci, bonsoir. Thank you for giving me the clap.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at Celebrities Nightclub in Vancouver.
That is all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but as always, we'll be back.
And if you turn us off, you can always jack into the internet and find us on the social channels, where the highway of information can connect you to Outlook TV.
You mean the World Wide Web?
The www.
You can also join us as a volunteer. We're always looking for more people.
We're so much fun.
We are. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay.
Stay fabulous, Canada.